Okay, but where are these even coming from? Like, seriously, man. I'm not gonna grab that because that's probably gonna be here anyways. Be done with this. Yeah. Well, who? She gave, Mrs. Eleanor. Oops. Yes. Number 3.
Emergency safety lockdown system has been engaged.
Yeah, that was straight up in section 2. Yeah, that was not the fuck. Looks like you only have one left. I was just like, no, you. Sure. What the hell? No. I'll be there. There's no other way across, so that'll be good. Yeah.
How did you get here?
Where's Evie?
She's out of control. Without the treatments, she's deteriorating.
Well, it's a good thing Marty died.
I skipped it.
Don't say that.
She trusts that little bitch. She never trusts us. Okay, wait. Evie, no, Evie.
Ellen,
I didn't mean to
listen.
call you that.
She's trying to take control. You have to fight her.
I hate this is an unskippable cutscene.
Right now.
Oh, jeez. I love how that the codex on him turns around as he's dying. It's a great little Easter egg in the Resident Evil series. Because green is good health, yellow is mild health, and red, you're dying. And yellow health is usually essentially on. Yeah, it's other than that,
We'll be together forever.
again, it's unskippable cutscene. Seriously. What? He only plays Ethan for like 5 seconds, and then we switch back to Mia. Right? God, that's so accurate.
Now do you remember?
Yes, Evelyn. I remember.
Can we be a family like before?
No, Evie. We can't be a family. We were never a family. We will never be a family.
Then I don't need you anymore.
Hold on. That's underwhelming. Yeah. Starting a lot of this. I certainly have items. I said sarcastically. Now what? Oh. This is certainly where I was before, I guess, in a way. That wasn't there before. Neither was that. Right? Oh, I'm sneeze. So it looks like I found the wrench for this a while back before I did any of that. I guess. It's supposed to move most of the items anyways. Yeah. I didn't pick up in that section. I just opened the door. So you can reach down, I guess.
Maybe it still works.
Picked it up. First floor, first floor. First floor.
Ethan. I hope I make it in time.
You're not.
Okay. Bottom level.
And does not make this interactable ever again, unfortunately.
Stop it, Evelyn!
And there's just a random jump scare though.
Fucking hallucinations. Where is she?
You don't have a codex anymore, so you can't really find her, I guess. Isn't Ethan holding it? Trying to think about it. Yes. Sort of, yeah. He is, yeah. Ship map. Plug wrench. Wrench is for getting to the more bottom levels. For some reason, you can only use the plug wrench once. I don't know. Clearly. There are other places for the wrench. Oh, he just walked past me and probably knowing I was there. Lunge. Right? This guy? Come on, man. Another one. Recreation. Looks like I moved it over there before. Of course it does. Looks like I gotta unlock it to the elevator. Somewhere. Of course. Back over here. Let's show you a bug over there. Oh. Let's see if we... Okay, here's that, huh? Strange. I'm not bombed. That's interesting. That's useless. No. How did I get the knife? Oh, man. Oh, man. That's the elevator. Of course. Another thing I remember things were, I guess. Yeah. Steve John. Can't use that for that. It doesn't look like it. Go to the bottom level to see if you can. If only it's that easy, huh? And this one goes to the main shaft. You've got to fix the elevator to don't really know what it is to go alone.
Eats that taste great, and so you get Twinings, drinking life.
Ugh, seriously. You. Get the keys. Shit, now I go. That's really a spot. Seriously?
University of Phoenix, we're earning career-relevant skills with every 5 to 6 week course and updating our professional profiles in weeks, not years, as we pursue our bachelor's and master's degrees. Earn career-relevant skills in weeks, not years, at University of Phoenix. Have you always dreamed of living a pain-free life with Novocaine? Novocaine! Novocaine.
Yes, I can.
You won't feel a thing.
I've got this condition where I can't feel pain.
You're a superhero.
Sorry, this was a lot. Please stay alive. I will explain all this to the others. I will stay alive. I promise. Okay, March 14th. Steady. Easy guys, Dom here from Printed Out Gaming. So in this guide I'm going to show you how you can access the Captain's Locker in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. You'll come across this while playing in the wrecked ship part of the game, playing as Mia, and once you've got Mia's memory back and you've watched the VHS tape, you'll find yourself here on floor 3. Now if you go through the corner door here, you will come into a corridor that will actually lead you to a lift shaft on the left hand side here. Now when you drop in the lift shaft, you'll notice that there's a hatch on top of this lift, but it's actually locked. Now we need to gain access to that to be able to get through to where the key is. If you climb up the ladder that takes you to the top of the lift shaft, you'll find a hatch, and that hatch will allow you to drop down into the bridge area of the ship. If you go to the end here, with the TV screen on your left and turn right, you'll notice in the corner here is the captain's cabin. Obviously this is where the locker is that we want to access, but on his desk here is a ship map, which comes in handy, and also the lug wrench. The lug wrench being what we need to be able to access that lift. If you go back out of the captain's cabin, on the right hand side here is actually the lift shaft, and you can just drop down there. You'll do no damage by dropping down, and use your lug wrench to be able to open the hatch. Now once you drop down into the lift itself, you'll be given two options to be able to go down to the lower floor, but you actually want to climb up onto the second floor. You turn left here and go right to the very end, you will actually find yourself a door that leads to the bunker room. Now part of this room is actually blocked off. This door is only accessible by using a corrosive on the lock. Now if you've not come across corrosive yet on this part of the game, then I will be uploading a video showing you where to find that. So once you access this and go over to the desk in front of you, you'll notice here is the captain's cabin locker key. So all you've got to do here at this point, guys, is just retrace your steps. You're just going to go back out of the bunker room. You can literally just drop down back into the lift and then obviously climb back up the ladders, taking you back on the loop of what you've done already. To access the locker, obviously just use your key there, and that will actually give you access to the P90 machine gun, which is very nice and comes in very handy. So if you guys have found this video helpful, please do give me a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to help it grow. And thanks for watching. Steady.
It's just the beginning. I thought my life was over. Stuck between the real world and the afterlife. But the real question is, am I even dead? Jen. A ghost named Janet is running around in my body. You okay?
At least you're stupid. It's true. We have to help her get it back.
This is like legit freaking.
We're not sleeping. It's where your answers. This is why you want us to unlock the door to our own personal house games and see Drew around. So hard it was, but yeah. Smart. Tabs on this.
And you've been collecting the stuff we all had with us when we were down.
I was thinking that. We don't know why she's been ready. Even if we find this person, Can't be wanting that.
Maybe. It's just the beginning.
Stains are certain, so is the power of Tide, with 50% more cleaning power.
Best day ever. Best day's sure not gonna be honest.
Patrick is just ruthless. Squidward literally cannot move as Patrick is shooting hot liquid on his face. As this liquid is probably scorching hot, Squidward may have burned himself. We are going to count this as torture as Patrick keeps burning Squidward while he is stuck there.
No, Squid, over here. But you don't even have your nut that's fast enough.
Your hair. Firmly grasp it.
Here and chat.
Walk away right now. What a surprise. Well, Squidward, what
Guess what, Squidward?
As Patrick is in a deep sleep, he apparently is dreaming about spiders. Not sure if these exist on the bottom of the ocean though. Anyway, Patrick is trying to kill these spiders in his dream, but at the same time, he smashes his home rock on SpongeBob multiple times. We are going to count this as aggravated assault and reckless endangerment.
Been crying.
SpongeBob! Say SpongeBob! I guess you won't be needed. Like for your trip.
Let me see that. New victim. Does not stop burglars. We better go spray those windows.
Yeah, Sponge.
Is it all right?
Come on!
Don't. We're just.
I opened it, SpongeBob!
Yeah. On TV too. Old pal Squidward.
It's your windshield! I know, but doesn't the wind make you feel so alive? I can't tell last night!
Autoglass down, it's you autoglass down.
Pal Squidward. Sure your gun is pumped.
Wait, what's that? I think I'm gonna be sick. Stinky.
No.
Pardon my French, but it's awake! Late to be playing pirate.
Moon Man. Get him squirming.
Whatever the...
No time for that. Just put me smoked sausages into a disaster. Nice try.
Miss Alien Pants.
Show you can't trust anyone. Hey everybody, I'm back. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
I got you now, SpongeBob. I'm moving out of this neighborhood.
These two goofballs wanted to give a scare to their audience. However, I think SpongeBob got the biggest scare. As Patrick failed to keep him safe, we are going to count this as reckless endangerment. Also, going on the roof and of the Krusty Krab turning the lights off without consent is considered trespassing.
Are you ready?
And what?
Fish convention and ukulele fun. So you ready or what?
I'm on my way over to take him to the hospital.
Bunker B required. But he...
Well, I'm coming over to take a look.
Yeah, the rabbit. Don't come in. We gotta make sure you're... Don't touch me.
Not really.
No.
No, I think so. No. No.
I am not sure what kind of treatments these are, but just like Sandy, we should be worried about this. I wouldn't let Patrick treat me if I was sick. It would only make things worse, as Patrick refuses to bring SpongeBob to a certified doctor and try to cure him himself. We are going to count this as gross negligence. Especially, the last scene is kinda sus.
Really, it's the thought that
Want some chocolate? Yeah, no problem, Frank.
Oh, roses, Sponge.
You, Dave.
not that it matters though.
It's for the bike. Can you believe this guy?
Well, as I was saying...
You had one well, Johnny. Vanquished.
Sandy is crazy strong, and this accident was not really her fault. The only thing she actually did was throwing the anchor in a competition. So, the referee guy should have been more careful. I don't know why that anchor was acting like it was a homing missile, though. Maybe it hated that referee guy. Even though they were sparring, Sandy didn't need to go that hard. This should have been just light sparring. We are gonna...
That.
When your whole world revolves around her, you need a master's program that works around.
Who's daddy? Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So in this guide I'm going to show you how you can access the Captain's Locker in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. You'll come across this while playing in the wrecked ship part of the game, playing as Mia. And once you've got Mia's memory back and you've watched the VHS tape, you'll find yourself here on floor 3. Now, if you go through the corner door here, it'll actually lead you to a inside here. Now, when you drop in the lift shaft, you'll notice that there's a hatch on top of this lift that's actually unlocked. And all you need to gain access to that to be able to get through to where the key is. If you climb up the ladder that takes you to the top of the lift shaft, you'll find a hatch, and that hatch will allow you to drop down into the bridge area of the ship. If you go to the end here, with the TV screen on your left and turn right, you'll notice in the corner here is the captain's cabin. Obviously this is where the locker is that we want to access, but on his desk here is a ship map, which comes in handy, and also the lug wrench. And the lug wrench being what we need to be able to access that lift. If you go back out of the captain's cabin, on the right hand side here is actually the lift shaft, and you can just drop down there. You'll do no damage by dropping down. And use your lug wrench to be able to open the hatch. Now once you drop down into the lift itself, you'll be given 2 options to be able to go down to the lower floor, but you actually want to climb up onto the 2nd floor. If you turn left here and go right to the very end, you'll actually find yourself a door that leads to the bunker room. Now part of this room is actually blocked off. This door is only accessible by using a corrosive on the lock. Now if you've not come across corrosive yet on this part of the game, then I will be uploading a video showing you where to find that. So once you access this and go over to the desk in front of you, you'll notice here is the captain's cabin locker key. So all you've got to do here at this point, guys, is just retrace your steps. You're just going to go back out of the bunker room. You can literally just drop that. Who's daddy? These guys, Dom here from Cringy Dead Gaming. So in this guide I'm going to show how you can find some corrosive on the wrecked ship in Resident Evil 7. So when you're playing as Mia, you'll come across this lounge area on floor 2, and you'll come across this locked box on the wall. Now there isn't actually a key to open this. You will actually need to solve a puzzle. It's not really a very difficult puzzle. You notice on both sides of the wall there's some paintings. They kind of mirror each other in a certain aspect, but you just need to pretty much just twist these pictures around until they are kind of the same as the pictures on the other wall that's behind me right now. And once you've done that and you've got it correct, you will actually find you hear a click. And now the lockbox is open, and inside the lockbox there are 3 corrosives, which is really good because on this part of the game you will need to use these to get into certain doors. So there you go, guys. If it's helped you find out how to get some corrosives, then please do give me a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to help it grow, and just watch this space for more Resident Evil 7. Thanks for watching. Who's daddy?
Contingency Plan Code 3008. Subject SCP-3008. Innocent civilians keep disappearing. Not from the streets, not from some dark alley, but from a furniture store, IKEA, or something masquerading as one. It's a trap, a cosmic anomaly, a living maze designed to fool you with cheap furniture and promises of meatballs. This isn't just a dimensional rift. It's more than that. People don't simply vanish, they're consumed. The victims. They all had one thing in common. Curiosity, naivety, or desperation lured them through those glass doors, and once you're inside, there's no going back. SCP-3008 looks like an IKEA. Bright, sterile, rows of chairs and tables stretching endlessly. But the moment you enter, you've already lost. What lies inside is a space unbound by our laws of reality. It traps you in a looping, infinite labyrinth. Hours turn into days, days into weeks. You're surrounded by misplaced hope, Fully stocked cafeterias, aisles of perfectly displayed furniture, but no way out. And then there are the staff. Faceless, impossibly long-limbed, their human appearance warped into grotesque parodies of IKEA employees. They're docile during the day, but when the lights flicker off, they hunt. The staff are the anomaly's enforcers. Maybe they were victims once, just like the rest. Maybe they're constructs of the anomaly itself, some twisted immune response designed to maintain its illusion. They repeat broken phrases like, the store is now closed, the echo of the world they're disconnected from. And they don't stop. Endless, tireless, their only purpose to eliminate anything that doesn't belong. SCP-3008 is not a cunning predator. It doesn't lure people intentionally. It's an environmental trap, a cosmic accident disguised as a mundane storefront. People stumbled in by chance, looking for cheap furniture, a coffee table, or maybe just the allure of something familiar. But familiarity is the illusion. Once you cross its threshold, you're no longer in the world you know. You're inside it. And make no mistake, it will keep you there for as long as it needs to sustain itself. The Foundation knows about this. They've known for years, and yet, it still stands. A functional store, listed on maps, waiting for more unsuspecting victims. Their containment is a joke. The secret only works if you enforce it. And if they won't shut it down, we will. Here's how we go. First, I'll send in drones. Compact, fast, loaded with sensors to map the interior and gather data on the anomaly's physics. I need to understand how it shifts, how it adapts to human presence. I'll to the staff. I'll trace them and sustains them. I'll identify weaknesses in the dimensional rift, anything that can be exploited to neutralize or collapse it. Every detail matters. There's no room for error. I won't go in alone. Anna will assist. Her expertise in dimensional magic is invaluable. Let's get in. Which anomalies I can't ignore. Cyborg's tech will help us navigate the anomaly's digital footprint, if it has one. Together, we'll anchor ourselves to the real world with dimensional tethers, tools powered by nth metal and motherbox technology. If the infinite IKEA tries to pull us in, we'll pull back harder. It won't consume us. I'll carry a suit modified with anti-reality dampeners, nth metal to resist dimensional disruptions, and a cloak of camouflage working on most spectrums to hide from the staff. Every step we take inside will be measured, calculated. No unnecessary risks. We'll move silently, avoiding detection. The staff can't attack what they can't sense. If we encounter survivors, they'll be given protective dampeners and extracted immediately, likely through boom tubes or Zatanna's portals. If the survivors can't leave, if they've been in there too long, we'll have to make the call. They may already be part of the anomaly, transformed. I won't risk bringing it out into the world. And then we deal with SCP-3008 itself. If it can't be neutralized, it will be sealed. A phantom zone projector will collapse the anomaly into its own pocket dimension. If that fails, Zatanna will perform a banishment spell to lock it away indefinitely. And if all else fails, if the risk of leaving it intact is too great, I'll destroy it. I'll deploy Kryptonian sunstone bombs, technology far beyond anything Earth could create. These explosives harness immense destructive energy, enough to decimate vast areas, or even destabilize an anomaly on a planetary scale. I'll position them at the anomaly's dimensional core, ensuring maximum effectiveness. The infinite IKEA won't just collapse on itself. It will be obliterated, erased from existence, along with anything it's consumed. A final solution, and one I won't take lightly. This isn't paranoia. This is preparation. The anomaly is a threat not because it's intelligent, but because it's relentless. It doesn't stop. Neither will I. If you truly become what you eat, then let this place feast on its doom.
I still don't have anything to counter.
This is for the architects of tomorrow. The ones who create
Where the hell is my knife?
who are rewriting the world with tools that push what's possible. for those who build responsible AI that's secure from the start. So you can build more and go further, faster. Because whatever you dream of creating, the world is yours to build. Microsoft, yours to build.
Hi, this is Latoya, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that first bite. I really like the marinated chicken breast, the multi-grain brioche bun, and that creamy cilantro lime sauce. It always beautifully together. It's just deliciousness. Real guest paid for the testimonial.
I don't know.
Contingency Plan Code. Fantastic. Subject: Mr. Fantastic. A man who combines extraordinary genius with malleable physiology to fight in ingenious ways. In some respects, he reminds me of Plastic Man. Both can twist and mold their bodies at will. But there's a subtle distinction that makes Reed Richards far more predictable, albeit still dangerous. Plastic Man's abilities border on the unfathomable, allowing him to generate gaps in his own body, morph into living machinery, and stretch to virtually limitless proportions. Reed Richards, meanwhile, is limited to roughly 1,500 feet of extension, though I suspect he can push that threshold with enough reckless exertion. Unlike Plastic Man, whose regenerative capacity is borderline absurd, Mr. Fantastic's human factor is more modest. That's enough to make him a challenge. Reed's brilliance extends beyond simple lab work. He's known for leading the Fantastic Four and delving into realities beyond our own. Extra-dimensional experimentation, cosmic anomalies, edge and pushing scientific He can become so enamored with discovery that he overlooks critical details. His own teammates have paid the price for his oversight. Still, each failure sharpens his resolve, making him wiser in the long run. Rumor has it, he's part of the Illuminati, a clandestine coalition dedicated to guiding world events from behind the scenes. My intel suggests Reed plays a significant role there, with threats. But that same intellectual passion, he believes in his capacity to solve every problem, sometimes at the expense of simpler solutions. If he's determined to follow a path, he can be single-minded to the point of obsession. That obsession can breed monstrous possibilities. I've seen the evidence from an alternate reality. The Maker, an incarnation of Reed gone completely off the rails, deranged, unmoored, and lethal. He wore a helmet that shaped his brain to enhance his already vast mental capacity, experimenting on his former allies, discarding any trace of empathy. Entire worlds fell to his schemes. That's why this Reed must be watched. A slip in moral grounding could produce a nightmare scenario. Some might dismiss it as paranoid, but I've learned the hard way. The slightest miscalculation with men like him has cost me. And it doesn't help that many heroes don't push the limits of their abilities. He's decided to intensively train for plasticity. It's no different than working out in order to increase his physical strength. Given enough practice, Reed could exceed that 1,500-foot limit, especially if he employed the kind of biomechanical augmentations the Maker embraced. A future in which Mr. Fantastic can replicate, expand, or weaponize his body at will is not something I'm willing to overlook. Now, how do I handle someone like Reed? First, I must exploit his most glaring vulnerability: extreme temperatures. He's flesh and blood, albeit highly flexible, so I've concluded that the safest bet is to use cold-based attacks. Freeze him. Ice grenades, cryo pellets, sub-zero traps. Anything that can lock him down before he has a chance to adapt. Heat is an option, but it runs a high risk of incineration. Once you cross that line, there's no return. I'm not out to kill him. I'm out to contain and neutralize him. A deep freeze works wonders. Plastic Man might slip through such measures, but Reed lacks the insane regeneration to shrug it off. Before any engagement, I don my extreme environment bat suit, my XE suit. It regulates my own temperature while generating pockets of heat intense enough to blister any attempt to coil around me. If Reed tries to constrict me with those elongated limbs, he'll burn himself in the process. The suit's integrated thermal emitters will force him to keep his distance. Once I have him off balance, I can deploy my freeze weaponry to immobilize him entirely. Still, the biggest weapon he wields is not his elasticity, it's his mind. I accept his arsenal of gadgets, from handheld dimension slicers to his membership in that secret circle all but confirms he's prepared for every scenario he can hypothesize. That's why my response must be unpredictable, contingencies. If I sense he's about to I'll switch tactics, disrupt communications, scramble signals,
Yeah, the sense afterwards is just being extra.
Reed's curiosity can be a weakness. Dangle a baffling anomaly in front of him, and he might fixate long enough for me to slip in and encase him in ice. Underneath this brilliance, Reed Richards is still human. His family, his team, they remind him of his conscience. That's the leash that prevents him from turning into the Maker. But if that leash ever snaps, I can't allow him to roam unchecked. Infinite living, infinite possibilities, and somewhere out there is proof of what could happen if I let my guard down. For that reason, I will monitor him, prepare for every angle, and ensure that if Mr. Fantastic so much as considers crossing that line, I'll be there, ready and waiting, to freeze him in his tracks.
Coming! Fall on us now!
We gotta go to the boat store first.
Autodesk down. Autodesk down.
Should have both of them now.
Contingency plan code, showtime. Subject, Mr. Incredible. Real name, Robert Bob Parr. He is one of the strongest superheroes on record. His story begins as a Golden Age hero, embodying the ideal of strength and courage. Bob has dedicated his life to fighting crime and protecting the innocent. However, following the superhero relocation program, he faced a mundane life, suppressing his abilities to fit into society. His eventual return to heroism, alongside his family, showcased not only his immense physical strength,
Surviving,
we're thriving. 2024 brought us hundreds of great funny videos from countless talented creators.
well, then we're finally here, huh?
Voters just like you took the time to vote for them. We're going to explore just some of the best videos in this year's Top 25. For the past few years now, we've been so...
We're finally here, eh? Let's go. Yeah, what I mean by go is live, of course. Until next time, I'll this game. That was a pain in the ass to solve. I guess I'm just done. Until next time, Resident Evil. Bye.